Welcome to day 9 of Biblical Affirmations. Today, our topic is trusting God's plans for our lives. But before we get into that, I want to be sure that if you are joining us for the first time, that you know where to get your study guide from. So there are 3 different options for your study guide. They all are available at thecreatorsclassroom.com. The first option is totally online. You do not have to print out anything. You will find all of the affirmations for each day, the scripture references and links to an online Bible, and the devotional that are available for each day and their links. So all you really need is your own Bible and something to write some notes in. The second option is free. It is a 10-page printable PDF. It is in a calendar format, like you see up here in the right-hand corner, with each day's affirmations, with the scripture references, and the devotional readings and links to those. The third option is a beautiful biblical affirmations journal. Was designed with lovely ladies in mind. It has floral arrangements throughout. Each day you have your affirmation, your scripture. There's plenty of room to write notes. And the devotional reading is also included there with the link to it. At the back of the journal are 8 encouraging scripture cards. They can be cut out, laminated, and then put in prominent places to help you remember some of the affirmations. And there's also a bonus. Each day we will be showing you in our videos a lovely JPEG file, photo file of the affirmation. It's on a floral background, and those will be available to you to use in your own social media if you would like to do that. So today's affirmation is, God has good plans for my life. I trust in his promises and his timing. And that comes from Jeremiah and 1 Corinthians. The scriptures in Jeremiah say, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." In some translations, it says plans for good. And then from 1 Corinthians, "But as it is written, what no eye has seen, nor ear heard, nor the heart of man imagined, what God has planned for those who love him." Do you believe that God has good plans for your life? Sometimes we doubt that, which is really too bad, because if we could see the big picture like God sees it, we would understand that all he does is for our best and for his glory. So when we get to our journaling part of today's affirmation, we of course want to answer the 2 questions. What lie am I believing? And what would I do differently? How would I act differently if I believed that God's plans for my life are good? And if I trusted his promises and his timing? Our further reading for today is a devotional called "Finding Joy When Plans Change." And this article also links to another one that talks about 21 verses about God's timing. You see, it's not just his plan, it's also his timing. If we try to force God's plan at the wrong time, then it's not going to be good for us. So this article on finding joy when plans change talks about a day a few years ago when everything that I had planned fell through. I was one of those, I still am one of those to-do list people, and I had certain things I wanted to accomplish. And absolutely none of it happened because of the fact that, well, you just need to read the article. But what about you? Are you trusting God's plan for your life? It is so important for us to believe that He only has good plans for us, but that includes waiting for His timing. And that's why the devotional on 21 verses about God's timing is so important. You see, there were people in the Bible who did not wait for God's timing, and they really messed up their lives. They suffered greatly. And then there are a few who really did wait for God's timing, and it was a great thing that happened because of it. So I hope you'll think about that. What are you having a hard time trusting God for? Are you believing that He has good plans for you? I ask that you please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share or comment, and we will see you tomorrow for another affirmation. Lord bless you. Bye-bye.